Good afternoon, everybody. I appreciate the opportunity to take a few minutes of your time here and sing the praises of a group of people that I've really gotten to know and just, they really earned my respect. I am Rajiv Saxena. I'm an attorney. I'm also managing partner for the group that owns the Fairfield Inn in Dublin, Georgia. We opened this property in February of 2018, and when we opened, we started off with a large management company. At the time, they weren't that large, they were actually small to medium. But what ended up happening was the bigger they got, the smaller we got. If you look at things from an ownership group's perspective, building a Marriott hotel, even a small Fairfield, is a huge investment for us. And if we're going to trust management of that asset to somebody, it's got to be somebody who we believe in, whom we have faith in. And by the way, it's got to work both ways. They have to believe in us, they have to trust us, and they have to respect us. But that particular company, the bigger they got, the smaller we got. So what happened? We reached out to Marriott and said, we are not happy. We want somebody small like us. Well, we were blessed to be introduced to Miss Debbie and CUSA. Didn't know Miss Debbie, didn't know the company. And it is probably 8 months ago. Best decision we could have possibly made. We work with Miss Candace Collins. She is responsible for this hotel. She's an incredible individual, intelligent. She is very communicative. She is able to explain, discuss, have conversations with us about what's going on, why, what we need to do, if anything, and what we need to do, if nothing. It makes a huge difference when you're on the same page with your management company as you are with your community, your team, everybody that makes a hotel work. Now, Dublin, Georgia is a really small town, probably 50,000 people on a good day, probably closer to 40. When you have a community of this size that gets to have a Marriott hotel, and not every community rates a Marriott hotel, that property is pretty much a public trust. You have to run it in such a way that you respect the community and that you operate your property so that the community, the ownership group, as well as, of course, the management company, all benefit. Our experience with CUSA has been absolutely incredible. The level of training that they've provided to our front office staff has just absolutely raised our game. I've got the best GM I've ever had since we opened in 2018. My front desk team is incredible. My housekeeping team is unbelievable. Back office, kitchen, laundry, maintenance, every phase of operations is running better as we start our 7th year than it ever has. Best decision we could have made was brought in CUSA. They understand from our perspective, we're small. We could only do so much. We need help. We ask questions. They have the resources to be able to answer those questions and to be able to execute a plan that is jointly created. If you're looking at making a change, or even if you're under construction, you're wondering which way to go, call Miss Debbie, call Adam, call CUSA. You will not be sorry. We're not.